some really fucked up shit, but I don't know. I think the net went down or something for a second here, and I lost audio. Can you guys hear again? Sorry. And then I couldn't do anything. I had to reboot. But that's really interesting stuff. I mean, he's a very, very good friend of mine, and I know him very, very well. And he never means any harm. But he's right about a lot of stuff. I mean, I grew up with the guy. He We're a different era. We fucking There was fights at the arcade, man. There was fucking it was really there was no keyboard warriors. You'd go to a fucking arcade and you get shit beat out of you if you fucking talk crap. I mean, this is like what happened to us when we were kids. And when he joined the scene again, I mean, I know you all know him. Well, when he joined the scene again, uh, I knew that people, weren't gonna be ready for him. He's really a lot to handle. He's just, but he doesn't mean any harm, and he's not racist or anything like that. I mean, like we didn't have color and stuff back then. We just did our shit, and we didn't discriminate. We just, we just played. And I'm getting him back on 1 second here. Um. Okay, so just testing this stuff. Sorry, but I don't fucking know. This computer just sucks. All right. Actually, it's not so bad. I've just broadcasted to so much stuff. I probably just maxed out the CPU or whatever. All right. Let me get him back on. Mm, there he is. Okay. All right. So you're back. Sorry. I don't know. My computer just like fucking died. All right. So anyway, so basically,
Hold on, I'm going into my house, so I'm gonna
yeah,
jump
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah. No worries.
the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so I'm just talking to the chat anyway, whoever's on. So the thing is, growing up, when you were, you know, with us, you get the fucking shit kicked out of you, man. There was no keyboard warriors, like I said. You just get beat down.
Yeah.
That's the era we came in on, and we'd have to go to an arcade with a group of people. Like for example, we used to go to Chinatown and play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just telling these guys who's ever on. We used to go to Chinatown and we used to play MK2. We used to go in with our group. It was me, Jimmy, Mike Moore, like 5 or 6 of us. We'd fucking kick all their asses, and by the time we got out of there every night, we were fucking running
Yeah.
because we just stomped them. And it was fucking tough. It was rough. It was in the New York City isn't the New York City that it is now. It was pretty fuck. We barely got home every night. We didn't even know how the fuck we got home. You know what I mean?
No.
We're a bunch of Long Island kids,
The
and
Lex. The Lex.
yeah, yeah, we had a fucking car or two parked in some shithole streets of fucking. I mean, dude, people would follow us home and shit. And this is the era that this is what I mean. Like, so I was talking about kind of like, what you were saying and stuff. And I'm like, you don't mean any harm. It's just like when we played back in the day, we fucking had to talk shit. We had no choice. You couldn't just sit there and go into the arcade and just fucking get beat up. I mean, you'd have to
No,
go in and
you had no choice if because you wanted to go back there,
right.
and that
That's the
was the
thing.
key.
That's the thing.
We didn't one hit and run. Like
Right.
if it came down to fights, then you fought and fucking you come back the next day and now you're friends.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. You can't just walk into an arcade and be like, yeah, okay, and win a couple matches and really beat down some top players and leave. Because you had to create like a name. You had to be like, oh, this is the guy from this arcade. And we had all these. We would like, yeah, we're from Westbury, and we'd go in like the fucking Master Lock guy. I always tell people about that guy when we were playing KI and his group of
Yeah.
people. They played UMK3. There was this guy. It was just this Asian guy. Okay, he had like master locks in his ears and stuff, and he was like this really intimidating guy. He was the best player in his arcade, and he had his group. He had his little posse, and we came into his arcade. We fucking stomped him,
Yeah.
right? Then the best story ever is we would do tournaments at a strip club, a fucking strip club. We knew the owner,
Cafe Royale.
Cafe Royale on fucking 110. They heard about this tournament, this group of kids. They had no fucking idea we would be there. As soon as they saw we were there, they left. They didn't even play. The kid played one game, he left. He was like, "Oh, you guys." I mean, that was the legacy back then. That's what we had back then. We had real fucking groups of people who played in a group. And nowadays, it's all online keyboard guys and guys who are great, and they lab together in a hotel room.
Yeah,
It's
but like it's funny because like I tell people all the time, I'm like, the best is we coined gamer tags before gamer tags were even a gamer tag.
right,
And we
right,
named people after their fucking ailments or inadequacies.
right. But listen to this. That's even forget about that. Even the gamer tags, yeah, I get that. But the groups of people, though. For example, we were a bunch of misfits. We would fucking fight each other every day, but when we went out to play, we were a fucking team.
We were on a team.
You know what I mean? And it's like all these guys, they'll sit there in a room and they'll play, and they won't like bring their best out until tournament. And there's like we never did any of that shit. We just fucking played, man. We just sat there. We didn't have to hide anything. We were just good. You know?
Yeah.
Nowadays they sit there and we were not better than everybody. We were just different. So you
What
bring
it was, we were like, and I tell everybody, I was like Johnny Appleseed.
yeah.
There was no apple trees in America. We went around and planted the seeds. We planted the seeds that would eventually become the MK scene.
Right.
And the way we did it was not only did we. I mean, look, I don't get along with fucking Frank back then. I don't give a shit no more. I wasn't even mad at him at ECT, to be honest.
I know. But not even that. But not. Let me interrupt you. Not even that. I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. Let's go back to these points though. This is what I mean. We had a different. Everything that we've done, nobody even knows who we are. Nobody. There was no scene. There was nothing. There was only us.
Yep.
There was nobody. There was arcades of people playing. Okay? There was no online back then. We were the only people online because we were on Netcom, like we were on AOL looking for the fucking games. They never did that shit. They just went to the arcade. So technically we were first. We were. We absolutely were first. And we bring that